ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Slasher Club, where there is no measure to our entertainment and terror. Sounds like there's a noise going off. I wonder if it's our new ghost, Nicole, who will be taking over for Cameron and Gabriel. Well, Gabriel while he's sick, and hopefully as a permanent resident in our videos. And Nicole will be giving you the intro and the synopsis in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi everyone. Movie is Motel Hell. It was made in 1980. It's a horror movie, obviously. It's about a farm who traps humans and makes them into his world-famous sausages. And there's also a woman that he saves, per se. And he kills her husband or boyfriend. Not sure about that part yet. Specialty, he buries the people up to their necks. He doesn't kill them. He slashes their throats or their necks so they can't scream. And that's about it so far.
On to the facts, which I will be giving. It was directed by Kevin Connor. It was produced by Robert Jaffe and his brother Stephen Charles Jaffe. It was written by Robert Jaffe, Stephen Charles Jaffe, Tim Tutrello, and Frank Cotello. Music by Lance Rubin. Cinematography by Thomas Del Ruth. It was filmed in Sable Movie Ranch in Santa Clarita, California, and Moore Park, California. Actors are Ronnie Calhoun as Vincent Smith, Paul Linke as Sheriff Bruce Smith. We have Nancy Parson as Ida Smith, Nina Axelrod as Terry, our final girl of the movie, if you can call it a movie. We have Wolfman Jack as Reverend Billy, Elaine Joyce as Edith Olsen, Dick Curtis as Guy Robert and First TV Preacher, Monique St. Pierce, a well-known or somewhat well-known porn star, as Debbie, Roseanne Caton as Susie, E. Hampton Beagle as Bob Anderson, Everett Crutch as Bo Tulsky, Terry's boyfriend or husband. We never really find out. We have Michael Melvin as Ivan, John Ratzenberger, which I'm pretty sure a lot of us know, as the drummer. We have Mark Silver as the guitarist, Victoria Hartman as Female Terrible, a very terrible band. Will Richards as Mr. Owen, and finally, Tony Gilman as Miss Richards. And on to the slasher stat.
Okay. There was, through the movie, there is not too many kills. My favorite one, though, is the, end, where the farmer, he has a change of heart about everything when he gets into the final fight over everything. And that's when he gives his secret garden, his hotel, and everything to his brother.
Yeah, I guess. That was alright. The body count, I believe, was at least 10 people, and my favorite was honestly 3 guys have their necks snapped by the tractor. I mean, out of the most movie, I mean, it was the least comical, but still, it kind of hit home. I mean, you never really see someone get their neck snapped by a tractor or any kind of farm equipment.
I don't think I've seen that happen before myself in a movie. But it's weird how they snap their necks with the tractor, and then they turn around and pull them out. Why didn't they just, snap their necks, pull them out at the same time?
Kind of to make sure. I'm guessing they were a little more tender. And then we have least favorite kill for me, which was Bo gets strangled. I mean, he's basically, I guess you could say, almost already dead because he's got his larynx, he's got his... I mean, just by snapping his neck, it's just kind of... You're putting the guy out of his misery because he literally can't talk, he can barely breathe, and it's basically a mercy killing, and you don't want to see a mercy killing in a horror movie. It's just... And this is supposed to be a horror comedy. Still horror, but no one wants to see a mercy killing, especially someone getting strangled. It looks stupid on the record.
Yes, that, and you want to see more gore and something crazy or something if you're watching a horror movie when they get killed.
Alright, on to the rest of the facts. We had a budget of $3 million. We had a box office of $6,342,668. More locations. The interior is filmed at the Lard International Studios in Culver City, California, and the original screenplay was a lot darker and a lot gorier, which, honestly, I wish they'd gone more with that. I mean, it would have been a bit... In the original script, they had bestiality and they had, I think, more cannibalism, but I think that would have made it better than just seeing the hot dogs. I mean, we don't even get to see the people get chopped up or... I mean, all we see is their torsos or their lower half get hooked up and put in a freezer. That's it. I mean, could have done better, 80s.
Dead and chopped up.
I mean, seriously, this came out a few years after, at least, Halloween, and that's the one, I mean, Halloween and Psycho, and those are the ones we know more, even if they don't have gore. Here, this is a bit too bland compared to those. We also have Tobe Hooper was originally supposed to direct, but left when Universal Studios saw how gruely and kind of stupid this film was, and I'm kind of glad they didn't waste their money on this. It might have actually turned them bankrupt. And Harry Dean Stanton declined the role of Farmer Vincent because, again, he saw how stupid the movie honestly was. And Creature's final film, this was Creature's final film as an actor. He was originally a stuntman, and I guess this really ruined his career. I just can't. This movie was terrible, I have to say. I didn't even find it funny as a comedy. I mean, especially with those BDSM swingers that show up. I mean, you'd expect at least that to be funny. Here, it's just, oh, let me just whip this whip around. They're just so stupid, especially when the farmer comes in and they're hog-tying them. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that seemed to be a lot not so funny as it should have seemed to be.
And I get it's 80s and not really many people see it as funny, but I mean, there are a lot of good 80s movies that are really funny. I mean, I believe Terminator came out during the 80s, Caddyshack, I'm assuming, if not the 90s. I mean, we've got all these good movies, and then you bring on Motel Hell, and it's just one of those movies you only see one time just because someone recommended it, and then you never watch it again. I wouldn't even watch this back during the month of Halloween. I'm only doing this because it was Cameron's idea. It's kind of a tribute to Cameron leaving this channel, and I fucking hate this movie. I mean,
it could have been way better. I've seen some very low-budget horror movies that were way better than this one.
Right, I mean, I also kind of felt, like many of you probably did if you've seen this, it was kind of a ripoff of, or like a parody or comic version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which, honestly, that was way more funny. I mean, especially that dinner scene in that movie, which, thank God, we'll be doing the Texas Chainsaw series later on this month. But this movie it kind of felt like they were making fun of the whole cannibalism family thing and just added a woman with a brother complex, a very retarded cop, which surprisingly actually saves the day in the end. And I've always wanted a chainsaw fight, but it just looked so lame.
Well, the technology was way different back then. Maybe if they made it in this time, it could have possibly been a tad bit better, but different actors, but we'll never know.
I mean, I wouldn't be against them making a reboot, or at least a remake of this movie, just to make it better. I mean, yeah, they ruined the Friday the 13th, kind of. They ruined Nightmare on Elm Street. They ruined Halloween with Rob Zombie, but here, I think they could actually do good with this movie. Maybe if Tobe Hooper's still alive, bring him in. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure you'd have to pay him a lot just to come in and do this shit pile. But do whatever you need to make this more entertaining. I mean, again, it's in the era of Psycho, Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, other movies in that genre, but this one, it's just, why did I watch it? Why did I waste my time with something that wants to be fun? I mean, it's like seeing Hereditary and thinking, oh, I'm gonna go see a good movie, it's gotta be a good age movie. Nope. You go into theaters and it's just one huge screw up. And here we are. I still hate Hereditary. I hate this movie. I'm pretty sure this got a huge low rating on Rotten Tomatoes or Metascore because, honestly, I don't even want to watch this movie again. It's almost as bad as Demon. What about you?
I'm not sure. I'm still going with that. It could do with a reboot, and they could make this movie way better.
Anything else?
Yes. I'm sorry, I was trying to go ratings on this movie. It's got 70% on Rotten Tomatoes. The audience score, it says 78 or 48.
That can't be right.
So it seems to have some decent scores. That's on RottenTomatoes.com.
You know what, let's just get down to the ratings. I give it at least a 4.0. I mean, it supposedly gave it a chance. It gave the horror comedy era. I mean, again, it might just be me. It might just be my generation where we're used to all movies like Scary Movie or all these parody movies that actually are way funnier. I mean, this could have been funny back in the 80s, but it's just, we have all these great movies these days, including Haunted House, and just it overpowers how stupid this looks. I didn't even laugh once when watching this, especially when Bo and Terry got hurt. It felt like watching an old kids show at my age and wondering, what the hell did I see in this?
Yeah, I thought a little bit about something like that along them lines too about this movie. I would pretty much agree with you. I would give it maybe about a 4. Because there's plenty of other movies, like you were saying, that are way better than this.
Right, so, guys, we'll be back next week with Get Out on Monday. I just want to continue to welcome Nicole, our new demented ghost of this channel, and hopefully we'll have her on more, especially next week, and hopefully we'll have more information and more of an opinion on the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and just give your opinions on what you think of this movie, because we'd love to hear them in the comment section below. And don't forget that notification bell at the bottom. We've got a lot of really good movies coming up, so don't forget to check us out, and we have a lot of other reviews that you could go back in time and watch. We also are about to get our Halloween, our Insidious Chapter 2, and our V for Vendetta and Sleepy Hollow November 5th reviews out. Again, I gotta apologize, they're late because we've been going through a lot of changes on this channel. Any final words, Nicole?
I hope to stay around for a while.
Same. And guys, you're all afraid that we eat horse meat or goat meat in our sandwiches or in our food. I'm pretty sure I'd basically be worried more about if we've got humans in our food. Keep that in mind, and have a good night, and enjoy the terror of the night sky. Good night, goodbye, and enjoy your life.